One of the things the training module stressed is that you absolutely have to preview an expedition before you take students on it. You want to know what scenes are there, what questions are available, and what points of interest you might direct their attention towards. So you have to download the Google Expeditions app onto a device like an iPad, an iPhone, an Android phone, or a tablet. Now, if you don't have one of those devices, don't fret. Just send me an email and I will get you a device so that you can preview these expeditions. That is no big deal, so don't let that hinder you. But if you have your own device, I'm going to show you how you can add an expedition app and preview the expeditions. So I'm on an iPad and I'll go to the App Store. If you're on an Android phone like I have, you'd go to the Google Play Store. And I'm just going to search for the word expeditions. And you don't even have to put the Google in there. And you will see the top thing will be right here, Google Expeditions. It looks like a little flag and a compass rose. So I'm going to go ahead and download this. I had the cloud there because I had downloaded this previously. It's not a huge app. It doesn't take up a ton of memory. But again, if your own device can't run it, let me know. We will get you a device so you can preview it. All right, it's almost there. And when it finishes, I'm going to go ahead and open it. And the first screen that you are going to see, it's going to ask, do you want to be, here's the safety thing, which we talked about in the safety section. So I'll do don't show this again, and I accept. It's going to ask me if you want to be a teacher or a student, and it does give you a little guide. I'm going to skip it. I am going to be a guide for this expedition. This way I can see all the questions and the previews. We'll have this loaded on student devices. When they have the device in their hands, they're going to be the explorer. So I'm going to click on lead, and you'll have to pick a Google account, so you may have to sign in. I'll just use my school one, and here I am. Okay, now it has some expeditions down here, and I could scroll through them, but one of the things that I suggested you do is look at the list of expeditions and pick your expedition first. So if you've picked your expedition, all you need to do is go up to this little magnifying lens, and you can go ahead and type in the name of that expedition, and it will come right up. Or if there's a topic, maybe I'll do ecosystem. I'll just click on that, and it'll take me to the topic. And here are the different ones. There's Borneo, there's the Dolomites, Everglades, and polar bears. Let's do Borneo. That sounds interesting. So to see this, I have to click on it, and notice it will download it to the device right down here. And when it downloads, I get a check mark. So now I can preview it. And to start it, I just push the play button. Notice you'll get a warning that you don't have any explorers. That's fine. When you have students, you will have explorers. So I'm on the first scene, which is Baco National Park, and you'll see at the very top there's kind of an overview. There are some questions that I could ask, and then there's points of interest. If I click at the point of interest, it'll go there, and not only will it just go there, but it will also direct students' attention to that point. So there'll be an arrow that will show them to look there. So I can click on these different points of interest to check them out. I can also just kind of drag my finger across the screen, and I can look at all the different parts. So as a teacher, I might say, hey, maybe there's another point that I want to point out besides these points of interest. Now to see the other scenes, it's kind of hidden down here in the bottom right corner. You see that little tab? If I kind of come down here and swipe over, I can see the other scenes. Whoops, and they like to vanish on you sometimes. I like to tap on this white part and slide these. That seems to work. Now you can preview the scene. So right now my students are still on this scene, but I can preview, and then when I'm ready to show it, let's do the stream ecosystem. I'll click on play. So play, there we go. And it opens it up. And again, there's kind of an overview, questions, and the different things I can point out, or I can just kind of explore independently on my own. So that is how I preview, and I really would preview all the scenes. You might choose to skip a scene when you lead an expedition, or you might want to point out something additional within these scenes. But that's how I preview. To get out of here, I can click on the X and leave. And it also says you might want to preview as a student wearing the glasses. That's a nice idea. If you have a set of Google Cardboard glasses, that's great. If you want to borrow a pair, I have the actual cardboard versions that you certainly could do. If you wanted to explore as a student, whoops, wrong thing. I'd click on Guide, and I would go down to Follow instead of Lead. And this way, you have to kind of, let's just see what it's like. There we go. So it's going to just kind of show what their screen's going to look like. Now keep in mind, without the glasses, it splits it. So it's going to look a little bit different than what we just saw. So let's just give it a second. It's taken a little while here. So this is actually like a classroom zine. So I can actually pick up my device. I'm actually moving my iPad right now, and I'm just kind of looking around. So that's how you can kind of see what the students would see. It gives you an idea of what they'd be looking at. Oh, so here's a rainforest. So again, I can do that. And look, this one is actually a video, which is absolutely wild. So this will give you an idea of what it would look like from a student perspective. But I'm going to get out of here. And so that is how we would preview an expedition. I hope that helps. And again, if you need a device or need some help with anything pertaining to this preview portion, just send me an email and I will help you as quickly as I can. I hope you found this helpful, and let me know what you need.